Medicaid Monday, a new series starting today. Welcome to Frank Bruno Law. I am Frank Bruno. I'm an elder law and probate attorney in New York. Loving the alliteration, I am starting Medicaid Monday. Every Monday, I will be discussing issues related to Medicaid, some of the basics of this area of practice, some insight into the rules and regulations, and some case studies. And I'll share with you some client or potential client interaction. So here we go. On April 3rd, 2020, Governor Cuomo in New York State passed the 2021 budget. As often happens in politics and budgets, what comes out is good news, bad news scenario. True to form, this year the budget does not disappoint. So we have good news. The spousal refusal survives. Spousal refusal, which seems to be on the chopping block every year, has survived. And spousal refusal will be a future topic of Medicaid Monday. Briefly, this spousal refusal is important for married couples to allow the spouse who is not applying for Medicaid to retain his or her own income and assets to live on, even if those amounts exceed what Medicaid permits. Bad news. Community Medicaid has been changed. Financial look back for Community Medicaid, which up until now, there's been no official look back period when someone applies for Community Medicaid. So, in other words, if assets were transferred the day before the application, if they were transferred prior to applying for Community Medicaid, there were no ramifications to that person's eligibility for Community Medicaid. Now, it had to be in the prior month, but you could do April 30th and then apply May 1. Well, effective October 1, 2030, there'll be a 30-month look back, similar to what you have in a nursing home application. And if the applicant made any non-exempt transfers, the applicant will be subject to a period of ineligibility based on the amount of the transfers. That's a penalty period. This process will apply to home health care, private duty nursing, personal care, and the assisted living program. So really, it's a big change. Unfortunately, for those requiring services in the community, this really could be potentially disastrous, right? There'll now be the added time and stress for the family in retrieving 30 months of financial documentation, which, along with long delays or any delays in processing, and the applications are going to be more complicated and thicker, and the Department of Social Services, overloaded, right, could really take a long time. This will lead to longer waiting time for clients to get the services they need, and they'd have to privately pay for those services during this lengthier application process. So what we do know, the takeaway, is that any application prior to October 1, 2020 will not have a look-back period. But if you file after October 1, there'll be a 30-month look-back. That's the bad news in this scenario. So if you have any need for Community Medicaid, please give me a call, reach out to me, Frank at frankbrunolaw.com. Thank you very much.